This is Steve from Siemplify. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to discuss two dramatically different approaches to SOAR, alert-centric and threat-centric, which deliver significantly different outcomes. First, let's take a look at an alert-centric approach to SOAR. In an alert-centric SOAR, all orchestration, automation, and response focus on the individual alert. So for instance, say your company is the target of a phishing attack where 50 emails are detected. Now, generally speaking, in an alert-centric SOAR, each alert would be treated in a vacuum, as a discrete case. The SOAR acts like an engine. An alert comes in, a playbook runs, an alert comes out, with no awareness other alerts even exist. The downstream effects of this vacuum approach are many. First, analysts are still left with completing alert investigations. Yes, the alerts may be enriched, but it's still an alert investigation. So the real issue in the SOC, alert overload, isn't really being addressed. Also, this approach means multiple analysts will inevitably end up working alert investigations that in reality are all related to the same threat. This results in a lot of redundant work. Finally, no one analyst ever gets a holistic threat visibility in an alert-centric SOAR. So without understanding the widespread attack might be occurring, such as the phishing example I mentioned, the appropriate alarms may never go off, enabling the attack to continue longer, increasing the chance that an employee might become a victim of it. Now, in the simplified threat-centric SOAR, the starting point and the outcome we deliver is drastically different. Before initiating any playbook or running any automation, Siemplify first analyzes each alert as it comes into the system, looking for a contextual relationship with any other alert that might be already in the system or being imported into the system at the same time. If a relationship is identified, the alerts get grouped together into a case automatically. So let's say that this same phishing attack hits this company with 50 emails detected. With a threat-centric SOAR, these alerts would be grouped automatically into a single case. See, that's one case, not 50. So what's the downstream effect? Well, first, now we can assign the investigation to one analyst who can maintain a holistic view into the threat and, if appropriate, sound the proper alarms indicating that a wide-scale attack is underway. Employees could be notified so that they'd be on the extra special care when looking at their emails, especially from unknown senders. And of course, we have dramatically decreased the number of investigations to complete, in this example by 49, addressing the alert and case overload issue head on. So let's take a look at a simple example in the Siemplify platform. Here we have a phishing email detection case. If I click on the Explorer view, it's obvious that these alerts are all related. You can see that each of these alerts either included the same sender email address or the same IP address. Now you might think, well, that's simple, I could do that, or my analyst could do that. But it's important to keep in mind two things: the scale and complexity involved. From a scaling perspective, we know phishers cast a very wide net, so analysts may have to wade through tens, hundreds, even thousands of alerts to identify the ones that are related. So the process would certainly slow down the analysts, and there's a lot of risk there. What if they missed some? What if they grouped alerts that weren't actually related? Bottom line, there's a lot of risk and variability in an approach where you are manually grouping alerts, and it's just not going to scale. As for complexity, let's look at another example. Here there are two alerts, one from a FIM and one from a DLP, that have been grouped together automatically by Siemplify. So you see, in a multi-vector attack, the relationship between alerts will not be apparent to the naked eye. But when these alerts are fed into the Siemplify threat-centric SOAR, there's no way for the relationship to go unnoticed. True SOC optimization comes from moving away from alert-based approaches to SOAR and embracing a threat-centric approach to SOAR that saves time, provides holistic threat visibility, and finally addresses the alert and case overload challenge head-on. To learn more about how threat-centric investigations can be a game changer for you and your SOC, visit us at siemplify.co.